the Pittsburgh Steelers retaining Matt Canda as their offensive coordinator. And trust me, bruh, I was super blowed, just like many of you guys were when I saw the news also, but I expected this. The reason why isn't because Mike Tomlin is stuck in mediocrity. It's not because Mike Tomlin is stubborn. Mike Tomlin knows that for a young rookie quarterback to develop going into his second season, stability is key. When you look at some of the most successful quarterbacks in the history of this league, something that most of them all have in common is that they have continuity and stability on the coaching staff. And the quarterbacks who end up having bust or up and down careers, or the quarterbacks who end up having to go through multiple coordinator changes and multiple head coaching changes. You want a good example? Look at Jameis Winston with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lovie Smith, Dirk Cutter, Bruce Arians. Same thing with Marcus Mariota. He had 2 coaching changes at the head coaching level, and then he had several different offensive coordinators. But when you look at some of the better quarterbacks in this league, such as Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, not only are they on great organizations, but they also are on stable coaching staffs. The Steelers also went 7-2 during the second half of this year. And although that second half schedule wasn't as tough as the first half schedule, this offense got a lot better. The play calling somewhat improved, even though I don't know why it's so difficult to find ways to get George Pickens the freaking football. All you got to do is call a 9 route and tell Kenny Pickett to throw the doggone ball up and tell George Pickens to go get it. The run game got better with Jaylen Warren receiving more carries throughout the year. Jaylen Warren was somebody who I watched a lot of during his time at Oklahoma State. As a matter of fact, his dad watched a couple of the videos, commented on them. I was trying to find a couple of comments from his pops a couple of weeks back, but Jaylen Warren was somebody who I was really high on. I was really surprised he ended up being a undrafted rookie free agent find, and I knew coming out that he probably was going to end up being the backup running back on this roster from the day the Steelers signed him. I mean, this dude is really good. I was really impressed with what he did this season. And the Steelers fan base, for the majority of this season until Jaylen Warren started to emerge as that RB2 clear cut, they were asking, you know, should we go after another running back to help give Najee Harris some breaks? Because you know how Mike Tomlin is with these damn running backs. He'll run them into the damn dirt. He wants them to block. He wants to run them down to the ground. And he wants them to also have an impact in the passing game. So that's a lot of wear and tear on a running back, when you also have to consider the fact that the running back position has a short lifespan. So the emergence of Jaylen Warren being able to be a consistent backup option and spelling Najee Harris when he needs breaks and opportunities, that's another reason why this offense was able to improve during the second half of the year. And if Kenny Pickett would have stayed healthy and he never had to miss time with that concussion, the Steelers probably would have been 10-7. You remember Mitch Trubisky and the 3 interceptions that he threw against the Baltimore Ravens? The Steelers' offense was actually pretty good in that game. They were having success moving the football down the field efficiently. The problem just was that Mitch Trubisky kept coughing the football up, giving the ball back to the team in the wrong uniforms. So Kenny Pickett, you look at how he improved week after week. He got better with his decision making. His first couple of games were really tough, but as the season progressed, he got better. And I think that Kenny Pickett is going to be really good next season, despite having Matt Canda as the OC. As long as Kenny Pickett continues to grow and Matt Canda doesn't do nothing too bad, doesn't, you know, make anything worse than what it already is, the Steelers add some more talent on the offensive line, maybe go ahead and get another receiver, I think this offense can at least be a top 12 unit in the league next season. There's a lot of young talent. Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Calvin Austin. People are really excited about what he could do next season. The offensive line, as I mentioned, hopefully we can get a damn true left tackle in there. Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, that's a really good 1-2 punch at the running back position. Pat Freiermuth, there's a lot of talent, a lot of young talent on this Steelers offense. And just the Steelers team in general is heading in the right direction. But there's no surprise that Matt Canda is still the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin doesn't really want to touch anything. He doesn't want to risk bringing in somebody else and then Kenny Pickett having to learn a new system. When you have a quarterback that's good, he can make the guy calling the plays good. And yeah, that doesn't sound great. You want a play caller who can also elevate the quarterback, but sometimes you just have instances where you'll have a young quarterback who ends up becoming so good that he elevates the guys calling the plays. Not to mention, the Steelers don't really have a history of firing their coordinators. I can't remember the last time the Steelers outright fired somebody. Normally, they just let the contracts expire, and then they'll go ahead and go from there. And then if they want to bring a guy back, they're giving an extension, or they'll go replace him with somebody else. And most of the times, sometimes the replacement is already in-house. So maybe Mike Tomlin goes after Byron Leftwich. Byron Leftwich just got fired by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he's a really good offensive mind. And hell, even if you don't like him as a play caller, I don't think there's anything wrong with bringing him in to be the quarterback's coach. So Matt Canda is still the OC of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let me know what you guys think about Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers' decision to retain Matt Canda.